These black and white photographs, taken by life photographer Cornell Capa in 1947, beautifully capture the style of teenage girls from Highland Park High School during the mid to late 1940s. These images provide a glimpse into the fashion and elegance of the era, underlining the timeless appeal of youth. The concept of the teenager had only recently been introduced, with the term first coined in 1941. By 1944, 17 magazine had published its inaugural issue, catering specifically to this new demographic. The magazine focused on fashion and interests that were distinctively aimed at young women who were no longer children, but not yet adults. In the 1940s, the quintessential teenage girl's outfit consisted of a pleated plaid skirt, a snug-fitting sweater layered over a blouse, white bobby socks, and a pair of loafers or saddle shoes. This ensemble was practical and comfortable, striking a balance between being dressy enough for school while still casual enough for after-school activities. Accessories were kept minimal, with options like a chain necklace, ID bracelet, or a scarf. Hairstyles typically featured long hair pulled back to one or both sides. Although some details, such as sock styles or types of jewelry, evolved over time, the overall look remained consistent well into the early 1950s. Contrasting this was the trend of form-fitting sweaters, a style popularized by movie stars known as sweater girls during the late 1940s and early 1950s. Sweaters made from brushed wool or angora, which had a fuzzy texture, were especially fashionable. Later in the decade, sweaters with embroidered motifs, such as animals, flowers, and insects, became a popular fad. One of the most iconic fashion pieces of the 1940s was the Sloppy Joe sweater, a plain crew neck or button-up cardigan worn in a larger size for a relaxed, boxy fit. Contrasting this was the trend of form-fitting sweaters, a style popularized by movie stars known as sweater girls during the late 1940s and early 1950s. Sweaters made from brushed wool or angora, which had a fuzzy texture, were especially fashionable. Later in the decade, sweaters with embroidered motifs, such as animals, flowers, and insects, became a popular fad. Highland Park High School is a public, co-educational high school situated just north of downtown Dallas in University Park, Dallas County, Texas. The school's attendance zone includes the entire city of University Park, most of the town of Highland Park, and portions of Dallas. The origins of Highland Park High School trace back to the Armstrong School, a yellow brick schoolhouse that opened on October 12, 1915, initially offering education only up to the 9th grade. In 1922, after the district acquired 11 lots in 1920, the high school moved to its own dedicated building on Normandy Avenue. That same year, the 10th grade was introduced, followed by the addition of the 11th grade the next year. In 1924, Highland Park Independent School District celebrated its first high school graduation ceremony on June 2nd, with 34 students comprising the inaugural graduating class. At that time, only 11 years of schooling were required for college admission. It wasn't until 1937 that the 12th grade was added to the curriculum, aligning the school with broader educational standards.